Hi all, as promised in my last video, we have deployed endpoints and SageMaker endpoint. We have now prediction manually tested, but this video is all about hosting it on the or using this endpoint inference and using this in my Flask app, and we'll see how it works there. Okay, so for that, I have created an EC2 instance, a simple EC2 instance, nothing specific configuration as such. However, what you need to do as a prerequisite is to assign the role. EC2 should have permission uh, for SageMaker operations. So what I'll do is I'll come here in IAM in the roles, and in IAM role, what I am going to do, let me create a role, AWS service. I'll say keep it for EC2. Come here and I'll say SageMaker. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to waste much of the time. So what I'll say is to assign full access for now. Next, role name, I'll say demo role for SageMaker. Cool. And now I'll create the role. Role is created, and the same role I'll go ahead and attach it to my instance. That is nothing but the EC2 server. I'll come here. Sorry about that. I have a cold. I will click actions, security, modify IAM role, and here I am going to attach this role. Update IAM role. I'm good here. Now I'll go back to my EC2 instance, try to connect. You can use putty or else you can connect it from here. I am now in my terminal. Now what I'm going to do is I do have one. First of all, this should have Python installed. So I'll say hyphen Python pip. I'll try to install both. Let's see. It's trying to install Python, and now I'll have to run one more uh, thing. It's pip install, pip install Flask and Boto 3. So these are the dependencies I'll have to have in place. So again, I'll go back to my terminal. We'll run this with sudo paste. All right, it's done. So what I'm going to do, and let me clear this out. I'm going to create a simple Python app. And what do I have here as a code? App.py. I'll simply copy and paste this. And endpoint, we have the different endpoint here. So let me modify the endpoint first. Just a second. What the endpoint is? The endpoint is student score endpoint. Let me replace this with the real endpoint name. Click save. Copy it all. Copy it all. Okay. Copy it. And now paste it to the file that I have just created. And so I forgot to tell you one thing. Sudo cat app.py. So if you have seen, this is running on the local host, and the port is 500. So this is the second prerequisite I forgot to tell you. Your security group should have the inbound rule as 5000, open for all in the personal environment, but it should be in your within the VPC itself, or in the for the office network you can open it. So what you can do here is you just come here in the security in the inbound rules. This is what I have already done. Okay, so this is the security group. You click and edit inbound rules, and once you click edit, you would be able to add rules and modify the existing ones. All right, since I've already done it, I'm not going to do it now again. So I have created this. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a directory called templates, and I'll get into this templates, and here I'll create a index.html, because it is the template is using it, the index.html. So I'll simply paste my index.html content here. Where is it? Index.html. All right, now I'll come back to this. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to run this Python app, which, let me show you. I do have one directory and one app.py. So I'm going to run app.py here. All right, it's now running here on all addresses. It's now running on this. It's now running on this. Since I'm on public environment, so I'm going to use my public IP address, like I'm using the personal account. So I'm going to open this open address. So this is doing nothing but whatever in endpoints I have deployed here on the SageMaker, I've just simply hosted it on EC2 machine. So let's see if it comes up. So quick things to be noted here. Why is it not reached? Because the port is not opened for HTTPS. It is for HTTP, and another port where the app is actually listening to 5000. So you should uh, put this here after colon and then click. I have now got student score predictor, which I was getting in my uh, here. So what I'll do is I'll try to check the same entry and see if I'm getting the same score. So what was the entry here in the validated point? The entry in the validated point is 5 and 80. So for 5 and 80, we have got what? We have got 65.0. So let's see if I get the same here. So I have 5 and I have 80 here. 65. Now I'll check the second one. The second entry was 2 and 60, 8 and 95. So I'll check both. 2, 60, predict score 40, which is again the same. See, and now it should be 89.9. What is that? 8 and 95. 8 and 95. The reason I'm using the same value just to validate the app is running as per the expectation. So this is how the entire your ML ops work. So you deploy, even what you can do is we simply deployed it one by one. You can create a pipeline in the Python script. You just add all the script contents in one Python, call it as pipeline, and run it where it would be preparing data. So you will be define you would define the multiple stages there. First stage would be your preparing data, second stage would be your training, deploy, validate, and then once it is done, you can simply add the pipeline next stage. Or if you're using Jenkins, you can even deploy the application as well to your SageMaker endpoint, which is already deployed through your pipeline script. All right, try it on your own and let me know if you come across any issues. We'll try to have a session. I have already told you how to set up a session with me. You just come here, even in any of the repositories, go to README. In the README, you have the contact uh, address, you have the click here. Once you click here, it would redirect you to my page. All right. I wish you good luck. Try it on your own and enjoy learning.